Hey, Riri. Hey. Happy Saturday. How you guys doing? I just came to say happy Saturday. See what you guys were up to. I can't see you. I'm still laughing at Partner and Yo-Yo last night. I can't hang out with them anymore. I was just coming up to say that. I can't hang out with them anymore because they're trouble. They like to laugh, 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 laugh. But anywho, it is too hot and I'm not trying to be nobody's outside today because I do not do the summer. I know people enjoy the summer, getting out, doing stuff, but baby, they could keep the summer. Give me the winter all year round minus the snow. So the summer I can't do. So I don't the heat, me and the heat do not get along. And it's about to be, I think, 92 today. And I can't do it. I cannot do no heat, especially when it's humid. I'm mad. I'm aggravated. It's hot. Uh-uh. Cannot be outside in the summer like that. But anywho, yes, you have to catch the replay, Riri, because they're a menace to society, and I don't know if I can continue to hang out with them here anymore because they like to laugh and laugh and laugh. But it was a good time. We started off not heavy, but just talking about a few things, and then we ended up just laughing, playing a little trivia. A partner like to yell out all the answers, and I don't know. But I'm like, let me come up here and talk to my peoples and say hi and see what you guys had going on for the day, and doing a mental health check-in to see how everybody is feeling today. Imagine being in a desert with heat in the summer. Riri, I can't imagine because I do not like the summer. Although I am a summer baby, I was born in August. So I am a summer baby, but I do not like summer. Mm-mm. Give me winter minus the snow, or maybe I would say fall. I like fall, but anything else? Mm-mm. Hey, classy lady. Yes, how is everyone doing today on this lovely Saturday? Classy lady, how you been feeling? I meant to ask the other day. I'm so happy that you're home, and I wanted to ask the other day how you were feeling, how you were making out. Yeah. But what you guys got planned for today? 'Cause I am just chilling. I started off watching old reruns of Black Ink, but now I'm gonna try to catch up on The Shy. I love The Shy, and I haven't seen any episodes this season. I think this was the third one. So I'm gonna catch up on those three episodes, and then I'm gonna come live later for some more games. Not trivia. It's something called This or That. So I think we're gonna go ahead and play that later on tonight. And yeah, we had so much fun, laughs and everything. And that's just what everything should be about up here. All this bickering, because I know I had got pulled into it because I just didn't like what I saw. But at the end of the day, guess what? People are going to be people, and they're going to do what they do and say what they say, and there's nothing you could do about it. And that's about it. So moving forward, I'm just going to keep on coming up here when I can because I can't commit to coming every day. But when I can, I'm going to commit to at least a few times a week so we can just chill and laugh and support each other and have some fun, have open panels about whatever you guys want to talk about because I don't mind letting people up. There's no problem at all. Classy lady said, I'm okay, wasn't sick, just had multiple surgeries. Okay, no problem. Well, I'm glad everything's okay and you're back home. That's the most important part. That you're back home in your own space because I've been in the hospital, of course, before, and it's nothing like being in your own home, your own bed, your own space. So I know for that, you're grateful, to be back in your own home. Riri said, right, let's get back to the fun. Exactly. Because I'm done with it. Because again, people are going to be people and there's nothing you can do. You know what it is. Everybody knows what it is. So you can't convince somebody that want to think otherwise, that live in a delusional state. So other than that, it is what it is. Let them carry on because I don't have the time or energy When I come on here, I want to be bugging out, laughing, seeing what you guys are up to, cracking jokes on partner. That's about it. Anything else is irrelevant to me. We all got our own lives to live, and I'm quite sure everybody got a lot of stuff going on. Of course, personal stuff. Everybody has going on something. So when you come on here, it should be like a release of energy. It should be positivity. Not saying everything is always 100% positive, but it should be lighthearted, fun, laughs. It could be discussions. We can always agree to disagree, but all that other extra stuff, I'm not even going there no more with these people. I'm not doing it no more. So I just don't know what to say, but it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, you can't change nobody's mind about a situation. You can say the same things over and over and over, especially when you know you're telling the truth and they're going to see what they want to see. So everybody's going to have an opinion, and that's about it. So I'm done with it. I'm just on to chilling with y'all, having fun. I have a Roz hater that keep leaving comments on my page wanting to bash. I told them I was not doing a back and forth on my channel. Exactly. Why would someone be coming on your page going back and forth? At the end of the day, Roz has fulfilled anything she was supposed to do here on earth, any earthly duties. She's now resting with her son, even if people don't believe it, they don't care, they don't whatever. That's just facts on facts. Hey, Starlina. Hey, baby. So she's resting with her son, reunited with her son, and that's it. So I don't understand why someone would still be talking crazy at this point. Like, what is it going to prove? Absolutely nothing. You're a fool to be arguing about somebody that's not even any longer here, to be saying crazy stuff about somebody that can't defend themselves and say anything back to you, right? That just proves that the person you are. That doesn't say anything about Roz or anybody else. It just speaks to the character of the person that's popping crazy shit. That's how I see. So you're running around leaving comments on someone's page, bashing someone that's no longer here, that can no longer see what you're saying, no longer can combat you back and forth. So, what is the purpose of her leaving him or she leaving bashing comments on Classy Lady's page about Roz? Please. But this is the caliber of people that come out here. YouTube need to do some type of check before they let people get on this app, some type of mental check to see if their mind is mentally capable to be on here amongst other human beings. They need to start doing some type of check before they let the likes of these people on here, right? They need to do some type of security check, background check. I don't know what the hell they can do, but they need to do something to stop these people from just roaming freely, saying whatever, because everybody has an opinion about something. Nobody is, you know what I'm saying, trying to tell somebody they can't have an opinion. It's just what these people are saying. It's one thing to dislike somebody, to have had a problem with them, and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, what is all this going to prove at this point? Says she was a big tree support. Oh, okay. But here's the thing, you're a big tree supporter. You already know what's up with Tree. Everybody, anybody that really, because I started, which like everybody else, not everybody, but I believe a lot of people over here started off watching her. The reason that I found Roz was because of her, because she was on her page saying, "Oh, it's this lady. She on Facebook, yada yada. I'm on YouTube, yada yada yada, talking about me," and that's what intrigued me to go find out who she was talking about. That's how I came across Roz, because she kept talking about her, saying she's on YouTube and she's talking about me, she's hating, blah blah blah. So it intrigued me to see what she was saying. So when I did find her and see who she was, I was gravitating towards her. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Sorry, guys. But yeah. Hey, Lawanda. Riri said, people get mad when you express your opinion and they want to cuss you out. But people come up here and express their opinion, right? And then when someone has a reaction to what they say, then they get mad. How can you say something and then think that somebody doesn't have the right to respond to something you said? If you don't want people to respond, you shouldn't get on social media and talk. That goes for whoever. You're going to always have somebody that's going to respond to something you say. That's the thing. So they want to get out here and say things, right? And then when somebody feels differently and they feel like they want to say they feel differently, then they want to get mad. But you put out what you put out. Nobody asked you to talk about whatever you talked about. So when you come out here and say something, people have the right to say something back. I'm not saying to attack somebody or to curse somebody out, but they have a right to react to something that you put out here. You can't put stuff out and then get mad when somebody says something about something you put out. And I believe that's what the thing with LA was. She was putting out content. She was doing this, doing that. And Roz was reacting to what she was putting out. That's how I see it. Maybe somebody else has a different opinion of what happened, but the way I see it, and I can't force my opinion on somebody and say, this is what about. But from my standpoint, I feel like Latrice was putting out her personal business. And that's what happens when you put your kids and your business on social media. And that don't just go for her. That go for a lot of them. It's a lady, Mama Poo Poo, I think Mama Popo, Mama Poo Poo, that my daughter be watching. And she be saying, oh, look at Mama Poo. And she's showing me the lady going off this and that. But she's putting her personal business on social media, and then she's getting mad when people are responding in a way that she doesn't approve of. So when you put yourself out there and your kids out there and your business out there, you're subjected to feedback, whether it's negative, positive, in between. You're subjecting yourself to feedback. And that's what people don't realize when they get on social media and display their lives on full view for everybody to see. And I believe in my heart, this is how I feel. I'm not saying I'm right. Someone else may have a different point of view, but Roz was reacting to what she was putting out here. Then when the other chick came from the barn, she was the one that knew all the personal stuff that was going on in this lady house with her kids. No one knew, because no one would know what was going on around with her kids unless you actually been around them. So she was the one that came out here discussing personal stuff that was going on in this lady house with her children. So I'm still trying to figure out how she blaming Roz when she the one that came out here with the personal stuff. Roz was speaking from a outside point of view of what she was seeing on display. This chick was in this lady house cooking, cleaning, whatever else she was doing, being subjected to her personal life and seeing things that was going on with her children that she deemed unfit or whatever she was saying. So how did it spin on Roz that she was doing this, that, and the third when this lady is the one that came out and told all the personal shit that was going on in Tree's house? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because the personal stuff that she was coming out here talking about what her kids was doing, how would anyone know that unless you sat around her? Unless you sat around her, you wouldn't know what was going on with her kids. You could speculate all you want, but you didn't know unless you were around her. Hey, Diva. Hey, Boo. Lawanda said that's exactly what it was. She was giving a reaction on what we all saw. They did it, but Roz did it better. And then the funny thing about it is that Lawanda, when they fall out with her, they will come back and say the same things that Roz said. So when they and the people that departed from her and no longer support her, I've heard them come out after they stopped supporting her and saying the same stuff that Roz was saying about her. So you knew that she was telling the truth. You knew that the stuff Roz was saying about her. I'm not saying that everything she said was right. Maybe it came out the wrong way sometimes, but the bottom line of it is that you knew what she was saying was to some degree right, because then you'll come out here and say, oh yeah, blah blah blah, after you fall out with LA, after they was falling out with her, then they start coming out saying the same shit that Roz was saying. So that means you already thought that, but you just didn't want to come out and say it because you didn't want to give Roz, not saying the props, but you didn't want to say anything that felt like it was siding with her. So you knew what she was saying for the most part was true, but you didn't want to say that. But then when you back off of her, when you back from Latrice, then everybody is like, yeah, everybody is like, see, she said after buckets, folks start coming out the woodwork with info. Yes, but I remember when Sharita first came out, and she was going on the page, on Rod's page, and she used to talk, and she wouldn't let nobody get a word in. She would be doing all the talking. One day she was getting ready to say something. I believe that was crazy. Now I don't know if the live, something happened with the live. It ended. And then when Roz came back, she was like, oh, maybe that was a sign that she wasn't supposed to say that, or whatever she was getting ready to say. And that's why Roz pushed her into her own page. She kept saying, oh, you need a channel, girl. You need a channel. It was because she didn't want her on her page continuously talking crazy like that. Because she would get up there and just start going crazy, saying all types of shit, cursing, carrying on, talking about these kids. I'm talking about personal stuff. Roz from the outside was saying what she was seeing. Maybe some people might think she was talking about her kids. I don't find that she was talking about her kids. I find that she was speaking on what Latrice was putting out. That's how I see it. And just like that lady Mama Poo Poo that my daughter be watching and my niece, they follow her. She puts stuff out here. The lady Mama Popo Poo Poo, something like that. I can't think of it's something Poo Poo Popo, but I know she be on social media carrying on, putting all her business out there. And then when someone says something she don't like, she gets on live and start cursing people out. Oh, fuck y'all. She going crazy. But no one would be able to say anything about your life unless you put it out there. Unless you come out here and talk about your kids and put your kids on Front Street and say everything that's going on and show everything that's going on, people are not going to be able to talk about something that you don't put out there. So if you don't put it out there, nobody can talk about it. So you can't get mad because everybody in the world doesn't think like you. There are people that are not going to agree with you. So just because you put your life out there and you show your life, you show your kids, there's going to be people that's going to say, oh, how nice, how this, how sweet, how cute. But on the other side of it, you're going to have people that are going to say, oh, she's a horrible mother. Oh, she's crazy. Oh, her kids are dirty. I'm just saying, you can't control people and you can't control how they think and feel. So once you expose your kids to social media, once you open up your life to be out here, you can't dictate how somebody talk. When you put yourself out there like that, you can't dictate the opinion of somebody of you. So it doesn't just go for Latrice. I'm talking overall any social media person that opens up their lives, and they out here, they doing this, they doing that. Anybody that opens up their world to social media is subjected for feedback. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, neutral, positive, negative, bullshit, whatever you want to call it. You are opening up your life and people are going to talk. Whether you like it or not, they're going to form an opinion. If you don't want people to form an opinion, then you keep your kids and your life off the internet. And that goes for anybody. That's not subjective to one person. That's subjective to Peach McIntyre, to anybody. Y'all don't want people talking about you or saying things about how you live your life and how you parent your kids. Then don't come up here showing people how you parent your kids, how you live, what your house looks like, because people are going to have an opinion, right? Whether you like it or not, whether it's positive or negative, you can't control the opinion of another human being. And that's that. I don't care who agrees, who disagrees, but once you open up your life to people, you open up a cesspool of fucking talk, whether it's good or bad. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. So anybody that's on social media content creating, especially the ones that put their kids out here, their life, and everything else, they're going to be subjective for people to talk. That's just how it goes. I don't understand why people don't understand that. And then they're like, someone's this, someone's that. Well, no one would know what's going on with your children until you come out here and show it. You want to open up your life for the coins, for the money. You want to get the coin. You want the money. You want the views. You want the clicks. You want the engagement. So you got to take everything that goes with that. Everything that comes with that, you got to be able to chew it and eat it and swallow it. That's all. You can't put your kids out here. You can't put your world out here and then think somebody's not going to react in a way that you may not like. And that's all. That's the bottom line. If you don't want nobody to talk about you and how you're living and how your kids are living or whatever the case, then stop coming out here putting your kids out here. It's other content that you can do. I see people, they do vlogging, they do cooking, they do a lot of things that don't involve their children. When you put your children on the net, on social media, you're subjecting them to a lot of things. You are putting your kids, not so much saying in harm's way, but you are setting your kids up to be viewed by the world. Like I said, it may be positive, it may be negative, it may be in between, but that's what happens when you subject your life to the internet. So maybe some people should just do cooking. They should do other things that doesn't involve their children and opening up their world if they can't handle what comes with it. They can't always say somebody's hating because you're the one that's putting it out. And the word hate is very, very overused. When people, oh, they hate him, oh, they're hating, or they're jealous, or they're this and that. First of all, you would have to have or be doing something worth someone hating or being jealous of. A lot of people on this app use the word jealous, and they should just take it out their vocabulary and throw it in a river somewhere because I'm trying to figure out what they think somebody is jealous of. And it's not even about money because it doesn't have to always be money that people are envious of you, but there's a lot of people up here that says that somebody's jealous of them, and I'm trying to figure out for what. You have to have something for someone to be envious or jealous of. You have to, and it's not even about money. It's not even like you got to have a lot of money. You got to have something going on for yourself for someone to be envious. And people use that word very loosely out here. I see a lot of people using that word very loosely. Someone's hating on me. Someone's jealous. Someone this. Girl, you don't even want to be here. So why would I want to be here? You don't even want to sleep on the floor. Because, bitch, I don't want to sleep on nobody's floor, okay? Anybody that's in a piss poor situation, because I know I don't have extravagant life or nothing like that, but I ain't sleeping on nobody's fucking floor. I know that. I ain't sleeping on nobody's couch. I know that. So for me to be not saying jealous or feel like a person got something going on, you would have to show me something. And there's a lot of people up here that use that word jealousy and they can't produce nothing for someone to be jealous of. There's a lot of people that think because they can curse somebody out that, I could get up here and I could curse you and I could tell you off and I could tell you where to go and I could cut you up and then what? And then what? After you do that and after you close this app, you're still gonna be the person that you are. So after you after you curse me out and drag me and you close the app, you still have to look up to the popcorn ceiling that you live in. You still have to look down on the floor that you're sleeping on, and that's your reality. So the people that come up here bragging about how they can curse somebody out and I could tear them up, I could do this, and I'm the best cursor out here. I'm the best. I could curse a bitch. I could make somebody cry. I could bring somebody to their tears. I could bring them to their knees. And then after you do that, then what you got going on? So when you leave here, when it's all said and done, that's going to be in the bottom of your program, the best cursor out in YouTube. Oh, she was the best cursor. She was the person that could drag somebody from here to Wisconsin. What is you being a dragger and all of that? What is that going to benefit anything in real life? Because I could get up here and I could curse somebody out. Trust me, I could. Trust me when I tell you my mom's is good for it. She been cursing since she was a kid. I remember she told us a story. It was her and her brother, of course, my uncle, and one of their cousins. They were in the basement, like playing ice cream man, like making believe they were ice cream man. So my mom was the mother, my brother was, I'm saying my uncle was her son, and my cousin was the ice cream person. So my uncle was supposed to have get gypped out of the money. And my mother was like, the way she cursed my cousin out, oh motherfucker, and she was just going crazy. She said when she looked up, my grandfather was standing there, like, what are you doing? So I come from a line of people that like to curse. So I could get out here and curse and whatever with the best of them, trust me. Because I could keep going and going and going. I could pull a lot of rabbits out of a fucking hat, trust me. Because I come from a family that just like to curse and talk crazy and do crazy and a lot of shit, right? But what? So after I do all that, then what? After I come up here, doing all that crazy stuff on the phone, what does that do for me? That's not improving anything in my life to be able to do all that, right? Candy said we all got the same 24 hours in the day. Exactly. Because trust me, I like a good cursing out every once in a while myself. But at the end of the day, what is that going to prove? At the end of the day, after you do all that, what is it going to prove? Especially if it becomes an everyday thing. If it becomes an everyday kind of thing, what is it going to prove? Nothing. It's not going to prove anything. But I just said all that to say people are going to have an opinion about something. And once you say something out here, once you put something out here, you are subjected for someone to have feedback, good or bad. So don't get mad when you say something and someone has something to say about something you put out here. That's what these people over here like to do. They like to talk, and then they don't want you to be able to speak about what they're talking about. If you come out here and say something, you don't have a right to tell somebody they can't react to what you're saying. And that's all I was trying to say. There's a lot of people that get on here every day and talk crazy. Talk crazy. They give opinions about people. They say what somebody shouldn't have said, what somebody shouldn't have did. Because first of all, here's the thing. You're telling somebody what they should mind their business and what they shouldn't say. Meanwhile, you minding somebody else's business. So where does that leave you? You reacting off of something that has nothing to do with you, and on the strength you telling somebody that they should mind their business. How the fuck can you tell somebody to mind their business and don't speak for somebody when you're speaking for somebody? Make that all of that make sense to me. But they like to come out here and try to gaslight. They like to come out here and talk shit and talk crazy. And then when somebody reacts to what they're saying, then they're like, oh, they're picking on me. Oh, I was just sitting there minding my business. I'm not even in this sector anymore. I'm not even over here. I don't even come out. I don't even do this. I don't even act like that. I don't even do this. I'm a stand-up woman. I'm a Christian. I'm an apostle. I'm an evangelist. I'm a preacher. I'm Malcolm X. I'm Malcolm Jamal Warner. I'm Martin Luther King. Bitch, you're like everybody else out here. You want to be able to talk crazy, but you're not wanting anybody to react to what you're saying, and it doesn't work like that. You cannot talk crazy about somebody or say something and think somebody's not going to pull you by the collar and say, bitch, come here. Because this is that. I don't know what type of world some of y'all live in, but y'all could never make it. Y'all, because where I come from, y'all could never make it a millisecond in my neighborhood. Hey, Sharon. It's just they want to be able to say what they want, and they don't want nobody to have an opinion. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work in the real world. Maybe in your delusional fairy tale world, your bubble box, wherever the fuck you live at, maybe it does work like that. But in the real world, it doesn't. When you say something, people have a right to say a reaction to what you say. You don't get to say something and then think nobody is supposed to have an opinion. If you don't want anybody to have an opinion, then don't speak. Because once you speak and put something out in the universe, It's subjected to be talked about, whether you like it or not. I don't understand. This is third grade stuff. I don't know what kind of schools these people go to, what kind of upbringing, what kind of educational background they have. But this is stuff that I teach my little kids, that once you say something, you can't expect someone not to react to something you say. Once you put it out in the universe, it's up for grabs. It's up to be talked about, whether it's your kids or anything. Not saying they should talk about someone's kids. However, once a person puts their life on display for the coin, this is what happens when you want to be a content creator. You want to be global, you want to make money, you want to have the engagement, you want to have the views. Well, you got to take everything that comes with that. And that's what they don't understand. They think that people are hating. No, people are not hating. They're just reacting to what you're putting out here. And that's all I can say about it. I can't say it any more clear than that. If you don't want anyone talking about you or your kids or your situation, then stop saying stuff. Stop putting shit out here that you don't want someone to speak about, because not everybody's going to have positive words for you. Not everybody is going to agree with your parenting. Not everybody is going to agree with how you live your life. And once you click a button or once you post a post, it is free game for people to fucking talk and react, whether you want to or not. And it's not a hating, it's just real life. And that's just that. And you can get up here and you can spin any narrative that you want, but you got to eat whatever comes with what you're speaking about. And that's just it. So that's my 2 cents on it. That's how I feel about it. I don't care if someone thinks I'm wrong. I've never been a person to look for, how you say that? Look for people to agree with me. I'm my own person. I've never been a follower. I've never been someone to wait for somebody to do something and then I do it. If I want to do something, I do what I want to do. So I don't care if anybody doesn't agree. I'm not looking for agreement. I'm not looking for reassurance, validation. Thank you, Lawanda. I'm not looking for validation. I'm not looking for none of that. So I don't care if someone thinks I'm wrong or whatever. We all have our opinion and our rights to it. Recognition. Yep, that too. I'm not a content creator. I just come up here to hang out with you guys, to laugh, and that's it. I'm not looking to I don't get Chinese quarter for being up here. So when people start saying people clout, people, they trying to run up what? Trying to run up what? I don't get a penny for being up here. I don't have a monetized channel. So trying to talk and run up what? No, I'm just a person that's always gonna say what I want, and I don't care. Since I was a kid, I always was a child to say what I want. That's why I was always in trouble. That's why I was always in trouble. I was always smart, intelligently, academically, but I always had a problem with my mouth saying what I want. The teacher would tell my parents that, oh, she's a good student, but she always has something to say. She's like the spokesperson of the class. Oh, I'm speaking up for the other kids that don't want to speak. I've always been like that. And I'm never going to stop being the way I am. And I don't care who doesn't like it, because at the end of the day, there's nothing they're going to do about it. So I'm still going to always be able to say what I want because I'm confident enough to do that. And period. That's it. That's it. I never gave two shits about what nobody think. Never. Never. And that's just that. And that's just it. So everybody that comes out here talking about what somebody shouldn't be saying, what somebody shouldn't be doing, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because people are going to talk whether you like it or not. And if you don't want them to, then don't put anything out there that you don't want someone speaking on. And that's it. Because if you say something that I think is delusional, or if I think that I see it a different way, I'm going to say something. And I don't care. And no one's going to stop me from saying anything. And that's just that. So that's what I really wanted to come say. That was that. Yeah, it's ridiculous, Sharon. Then I speak to Marion. Hey, sis. Hey, Tippy. I gotta get my glasses. Oh, I'm blind. Can't barely see. But yeah, I just wanted to come out here and speak to you guys. And I'm gonna come back later. I'm gonna do something, a game, not trivia, because partner wanna take all the answers. So I'm gonna do something called this or that. I know it's Saturday. A lot of people probably have things going on, but I'm gonna put a schedule up, schedule a live, and anybody welcome for laughs, jokes, just something different. And that's all I wanted to say. I have to run now. My son is calling. He's at work. So I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit later. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a great Saturday. Stay sucker free out here. And that's basically it. And I'll talk to you guys later.